Hello everyone. For those of you who got the Dynamic Digital Creations Battlestar Galactica, the 30-inch one, some of you already know that the main landing pods are a little wanky, need some work. So this is a real quick fix on how to do it, and all you'll need is boiling water. A belt sander is very important if you can get a hold of one, a friend if you don't have one, but it's important to have a belt sander upside down if you can. Regular belt disc sander, but if you have a regular belt sander, just lock it upside down and just boiling water, belt sander would be good starts, and some tape. So here we go. Here I am in the kitchen, and for some of you who have this particular Battlestar, the Dynamic Creations, I'll show you an easy way to fix this. First off, cut off any of the little pieces that lock it together. Cut them all off, every single one. Even the run that has a little round thing, just cut it off. And then what you do, sand these as square as you can, glue them together. It's going to look like this. See, look at that. And then what you do, once you get to that point, it's a two-step process of boiling. Do that with the bottom ones too. The bottom ones are easy. But once you do that, get the biggest pan you have and stick that mother right down in there. Let it boil for about 10-15 seconds, and have a counter next to you here. In about 10 or 15 seconds, we can we'll flip it and do the other side. Let it boil for a bit. You need to get some thicker plastic on one side. Shut up. Some extra waters in case I need it. Turn everything off. Then set this sucker down here. Check. Push down on it, hopefully it won't crack. So it flattens out as best you can. So what you need to do is you want to get as close as you can, because then you're going to sand the rest of those stupid nubs off, which I didn't. And then let's sit here for a second, and then I'm going to run it over there, over by the faucet here. And hopefully you have something like this, or you can pour cold water over it too. I put it on this most. I'm going to sweep it back in here, put up a dam right here so it doesn't spill over the floor. I'm going to do the inside real quick to cool it down. What you want to do is snap cool it. So, sorry about the crappy video. And that straightens it up quite a bit, as you can see. But I'm going to sand these guys off too. Because what I need to find out is this thick strip of plastic here. I need to find out by using the little doors he gives you, that glue right here, like these little doors that fit here. Once you put the two halves together, top and bottom, if they're too tall, the doors, then you know how much to sand off this edge until you get it straight. But first out, like I said, I'll sand these things off first, and then I'll boil it again and get them as flat as possible, and that should take care of it. Then the rest, of course, is just, cleaning up the edge, with the files and stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up a bunch of thin plastic strip. Or not a bunch, I won't need a lot, but just little pieces that I can stick in the bubble holes. Because there's a few bubbles in these ribs here. It's just a matter of hunting them down and fixing them. Not a big deal. But you can see where this one came apart here, so I need to glue that one back together there. Which means, because the way I've pulled apart there, I'm going to have to fix it. Okay. So here we are on the second boil. I've sanded off all the rest of those protrusions, or the locking keys, I guess you call them, which usually work good on models, but not this one. So let me now set it down, flatten it out again. So here we are. You can see they're pretty flat now across the bottom, top and bottom. Very level with the countertop. Countertops are good to use for that. And on the inside, it doesn't look as funky as it did before. Now when I sanded it, there was a little lip here that it took, kind of obliterated a little bit, but I don't care about that. So it's on the inside, I can always put a strip in there. What mattered was getting these things flat, and also making sure that this edge wasn't warped or made wanky. Is that the word? Make wanky? Sounds kind of dirty. So yeah, that's the important part of it. To match these up, let's see, that's the right one, that's the left one. So this goes to this, so you can see how well they fit. Now, let me put this down because it's kind of hard to hold it. You can see they kind of lift a little bit, but that's typical. But as you see when you put them together though, it's very straight. That's what's important. When you're looking down that edge and everything, probably can't do it because my damn hands are in the way, but you know, that's what's important, is making sure that everything on here is straight, looking down the edge. So we get ready to glue it together. It's pretty nice, yeah. But that's the easiest way to do it, I think. And then of course all these this stuff here you'll trim off the file. It's very thick on the back side, you know, but I remember the JT Graphics one had a little bit of that problem too. But that's okay, because once you get sanded, it should be even. These doors is what you want to use, because it gives you little doors to put on there. You use these doors as also height. If they're too tall in the middle, then you know the body is too thick. Because what happened, this whole edge is because, that funky edge is because the mold wasn't closed all the way. The resin pushed it out, hence the thick edge. Now, you either get replacements, which I hear he's going to do new ones, or you can just fix it. I mean, either way, if you want to wait, or if you don't want to wait, it's, yeah, so. Just wanted to play with that a little bit, getting ready to go to Winterfest here on Friday, so I just felt like now I got all my orders filled, ship them out tomorrow. It's like, I want to do this, you know, even though I should be working on the blockade runner, the blockade runner, the hammerhead, and the Osprey. So, all right, see you at Winterfest.